Hey, what's going on, everyone? This is the ElectricVideoGamer, and welcome to another episode of EVG Speaks, where this random dude talks about random subjects on a random point in time, I guess. This time, though, I think I'm going to do something a little different, because this is going to be the first edition of what I'm calling SmashTalk, where I talk about ideas for the latest Super Smash Bros. Game that will become obsolete in the very near future. So, why I've decided to start all this, let me get into that. Essentially, I can't stop thinking about Smash. I can't stop talking about Smash. Smash just has me so excited. So, just think of it as me blowing off some steam after all of the Smash that we got in the past week or two. Anywho, I plan to get more people in my circle to maybe talk with me about different kind of things relating to Smash, Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, but for the time being, I'll stick with myself. So, what am I going to talk about this time? Well, I'm going to talk about misconceptions and characters. This hopefully shouldn't take too long. But essentially, let's start first with a few misconceptions that I feel like need to be cleared up. Of course, I'm only one voice in this jungle called the internet, so my word is not taken for bond and should not be by anyone, really. That being said, here's what I've noticed, and here's how I feel. So what I've noticed is quite a few things. First of all, a lot of people, well, not a lot, but a few people are down on this game. Mostly because there hasn't been any real new content shown. They've only shown off that all the old characters are coming, along with 3 newcomers being the Inkling, Daisy, and Ridley, with Daisy being an Echo Fighter, or essentially, as people call her, a clone. And then the only confirmed new stages we have are Moray Towers, Great Plateau Tower, and New Donk City. So, naturally, some people are a little upset that it seems to just be, people are saying port. But, let me just stop you right there. First of all, it's not a port. I heard someone say this on a different video, and I thought it reiterated here. I forget who said it, but it was a very good point. Actually, I do remember who said it. It was, I believe, Nintenjex from Source Gaming. He said that it's more of a best of, like, greatest hits of Super Smash Bros. And that's the way I see it, honestly. It feels more like a best of. Like, when they say Smash Bros. Ultimate, it means bringing every single Smash game together, mixing it in a blender, and coming out with this miracle game that ends up being super good. Imagine you mixed up a few ingredients, cooked them up, and they ended up being the most delicious thing ever. That's what Smash Ultimate looks like to me. Anywho, excuse me. The point I'm trying to make here is that Super Smash Bros. Ultimate is not a port. The developers, Bill Trinen, Sakurai, they've all come out and said that it's not the same game. Now, they have said it's built from the ground up, and of course people will believe what they want to believe. I'm inclined to believe them a little bit, that it is indeed built from the ground up. But it's nothing wrong with taking some elements from Smash 4 and putting them into this game. It saves some work. That being said, there are so many tweaks and changes that, I mean, there had to have been a lot of work put into this game. And it's not like they could just easily pick up Young Link from Melee and Snake from Brawl and put them in this game. It's not that easy. In fact, it's not remotely easy, period. So, they definitely have put a lot of work into this game. And I don't think that should be undermined by the fact that they're not that much content that we haven't seen before. Personally, I'm just glad that we have so many people back. Yes, it would be nice if Young Link had more of a Majora's Mask moveset, and yes, actually there's no other yes. That's the only thing I really wanted, but I don't care. Young Link's in the game. I'm happy about that. So yeah, I mean, it's just amazing. It's an amazing feat, and Sakurai and his team should not be taken for granted because of that. Now that being said, there's another misconception in that we have seen everything. With this E3 reveal, people are saying this is not the best Smash game. This is nowhere near going to be the best Smash game. This Smash game sucks and I'm not buying it. You know, because I feel like the people who are saying that think that they've seen everything. There are people that are like, this isn't the best Smash game. It doesn't even have story mode. The game comes out in 6 months. How in the world do you know it doesn't have a story mode? Look, I know they did a big blowout, but we far from know everything about this game. There's definitely stuff they're hiding from us. Sakurai said that he hopes we're not expecting too many new challengers. That doesn't mean he's just going to give us 2 or 3 and be done. No. He's going to give us quite a few. And now that he's acknowledged Echo Fighters, I highly doubt Daisy's going to be the last one that gets added in. There's a lot of speculation that Shadow's probably one, and I'm inclined to believe it since we haven't seen him at all. And that Knuckles is an assist trophy now. And in case you're wondering, yes, Shadow can act as Sonic's clone. In fact, he was kind of that in the beginning in the Sonic world anyway. Like, yes, now he has chaos abilities, now he has guns. So, yeah, he can be different from Sonic, he certainly can be. But you go back to Sonic Adventure and Sonic Adventure 2 and how different, or not, go back to Sonic Adventure 2 and Sonic Heroes, and how different is he from Sonic? He still runs fast, he's still got a homing attack. All he does differently is, like, teleport. And even then, Sonic could do that at the end of Adventure 2. So, yeah. Not much different. Anywho, beyond that, what I'm trying to say is there's a lot we don't know. We don't even know every mode. All we know is that Smash is there and 8-player Smash is there. That's it as far as modes. And I can guarantee you, he's not going to just take out Classic mode, take out All-Star mode, take out events, take out Home Run Challenge, take out Multi-Man Smash, and just be like, here you go. And another thing, we haven't seen any trophies. None. And no, I don't mean like assist trophies. I mean like actual trophies. We haven't seen any. Of course, all the characters will have trophies, that's a given, but the fact that we haven't even seen those just leads me to believe that, yeah, well, not leads me to believe, but gives more credence to the fact that we have not seen everything. We've barely seen anything. I heard another reference. I believe this was... Who said this? It was either Super Mario T or it was someone else from Source Gaming, maybe Epic Martin 7. But they said that they see this as the great plateau of their E3 presentation for Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. Just like when they showed the Great Plateau for Zelda back in 2017. That was like 5% of the entire map of that game. The Great Plateau was so small compared to the rest of the game. Everyone knows that now that they've played the game. So, and I think they're right. I think it's the exact same thing with this. We've only seen Sander Smash, we've only seen 8-player Smash, although not demoed out. And on top of that, we've only seen a few characters. We've seen many tweaks to different characters, but as Sakurai said in the presentation, they could be up in the thousands. So the changes could be up into thousands. So we won't really know all the different tweaks and changes until we play the game. Needless to say, there's just so much we don't know about this game. They reveal it a lot about basic gameplay, the more competitive side of the game, and all that, but nothing more than that. So I have the utmost confidence that we will get more and more information in the coming months. And then before the game releases, we're going to get a Smash Direct, okay? There's absolutely no way we're not getting a Smash Direct before this game comes out. Or they might stick a Smash Direct inside of a Nintendo Direct like they did for E3, but I doubt it. I think they're just going to straight up give us a Smash Direct and a Nintendo Direct before the year ends, before Smash comes out. So anyway, excuse me, enough about that. I just thought I'd clear up some misconceptions that people were having because it was starting to get ridiculous. And another thing, people are upset about Waluigi not being playable in the game. I can understand that. I was a little disappointed that Bomberman wasn't a playable character, or Lyn wasn't. Kind of made me a little sad, but that doesn't mean that I was going to berate Sakurai or tell him and his team that they're doing a terrible job and that their game sucks and threaten them because a character that I like is not playable. People who are doing that, which I've heard are solely consisted of Waluigi fans, stop. Just stop it, okay? In the words of Michael Jordan, stop it. Get some help. You get what I'm saying? It's just ridiculous. It's a game, okay? I love this game just as much as the next guy, really. But it's just a game. And more importantly, it's a game that their team made. They'll put who they need to put in, who they want to put in. They're obviously appealing more to fans, but you're not giving them a reason to appeal to you. Because you're not acting like fans, you're acting like brain-dead fanatics. So, just cool it. Please. Alright. Rant over. Time to talk characters. So, let's talk a few characters. Who do we think is going to get in the game? Honestly, I'm not expecting a lot of new characters. However, I definitely think we'll get like new stages, new modes. Stages and assist trophies will probably be the substitute for characters that just couldn't make the cut in that time. Although I'm sure we will get DLC for this game. This is a game that, look, if ARMS and Splatoon got DLC and Mario Tennis is getting DLC, how is Smash not going to? Yeah, Smash is definitely going to get some DLC, but beyond that, there will be characters and stages that will be more so based off of properties that just couldn't make the time constraint. So that's why we'll probably get like newcomers as DLC and maybe stages to go with them, but at the same time, it's very likely that they might put stages in before the character. Especially if the stage is there, but the character's nowhere to be seen. You get what I'm saying? That's how I see it, at least, just a bit. But as to how many characters they might put into this game, they definitely worked on it quite a bit, and I believe they definitely worked on a few. This game has been worked on since 2016 at the earliest, not necessarily earliest, I would say the latest. That's when they started working on it. I have like no doubt in my mind that they started working on this after Smash Wii U came out, but it's been more of like I'm sorry, it's been more of like storyboard or R&D type deal, where it's just ideas in their head, and then they start designing and developing and everything, probably in 2016 after Cloudcorn and Bayonetta were done. Nevertheless, so they've had about, going by that timeline, they've had about 3 years, like 2 years and 8 months, I would say, before it's released. 2 years and 8 months, or 10 months. So almost 3 years to work on this game. So I think we will have a few more newcomers. That being said, Sakurai said we're not expecting too many new challengers. And I think he's serious about that. I don't think we're getting a lot of new challengers. If anything, we're going to get a few Echo Fighters and a few new characters. But I wouldn't be surprised if the Echo Fighters outweigh the actual characters, because they're quicker and easier to work on. And also, once again, everybody's talking about characters and how much time they could spend developing characters. They could totally get new characters. Once again, think about the modes. Let's assume that Smash Wii U was more or less the base of this game. Okay, so what modes did that have? Smash Tour, Classic, All-Star, Master Crazy Orders, all of that, right? But if they're trying to appeal to everyone, you know they're going to put in Target Smash instead of Target Blast, or maybe even both. But it's going to take a while to develop Target Smash, solely for the fact that, just like all other past Target Smashes, they're going to have to do one exclusive to each character. At least that's the way I see it. They may not do that, but that's not outside the realm of possibility, especially for this, which is supposed to be the Ultimate Smash Bros. Also, given the criticisms, they'll definitely revamp Classic Mode. That's going to take a while. All-Star Mode is probably going to take a little bit too. Event, they got to come up with new events. Event Mode's going to take a while. Master and Crazy Orders, what rewards would you get? Custom moves are pretty much gone, considering Palutena's got kind of a best of thing with her moveset, and the Mii fighters seem to have a fixed moveset. So yeah. And then of course, like other modes like Smash Run or an Adventure Mode, maybe even Story Mode. They're going to put some sort of big single player mode in, because that was the big complaint of that against Smash Wii U 3DS. And Sakurai's definitely listening to us. I mean, Ridley's in the game. Alright. So, given that, they're going to need to even out development, which means that we're probably not going to get a lot of new characters. I'm actually going to underbid, and I'm going to say we're going to get 3 completely new characters. But we're also going to get about 3 or so Echo Fighters on top of Daisy. Not literally on top, you know, in addition to Daisy. Okay? Don't get it twisted. As to who these characters would be, I don't know. But I have a good bet on an Echo Fighter and a new fighter. As for the Echo Fighter, I think we're definitely going to get Shadow. The evidence is kind of there. Of course, it's all really speculatory and situational, but I haven't seen any reason to doubt, especially with the focus on Echo Fighters. Not a major focus, but enough focus. And I think Shadow would be a good pick for that. And as for a new challenger, there were rumors flying around about Simon Belmont from Castlevania. I thought, yeah, that made sense. Simon Belmont or Bomberman, or maybe even both. Bomberman's an assist trophy. Gotta be Simon Belmont. Belmont could be an assist trophy as well, but honestly, I would not be surprised if they just threw him in as another playable character. So yeah, I think Belmont's in. He represents a part of Nintendo's history in some way, shape, or form. Or not just Nintendo's, but video game history in general. He and Samus started the Metroidvania, so it would be fun to get some battles in between Samus and Simon. That'd be awesome. Yeah. And then beyond that, all I can do is best guess. Like, I thought Dixie Kong would be a good Echo Fighter for Diddy. But at the same time, Dixie has so many different things that she does. She doesn't have a jetpack like Diddy does. Says she has her hair. She doesn't have a peanut gun. I don't think she has any kind of gun, actually. She wasn't in DK64. She could probably borrow Tiny's weapon, but I don't know. And also, come on. Dixie Kong may be a monkey, but she's still a girl. There's no way she just throw a banana peel on the ground and call it a day. If anything, she just elegantly place it on the ground, which could still be a Echo Fighter thing to do. But still. Anywho. Monkey Flip is good. Monkey Flip is just fine. Anywho. Beyond that, the reason why I bring out Dixie Kong is because I could totally see them doing a Smash Brothers trailer in a later direct, or just dropping a trailer out of nowhere like they did with Robin and Lucina. And it'd be the characters with Dixie Kong and Donkey Kong and Diddy as they're fighting K. Rool. Because honestly, after they threw in Ridley, the doors just opened wide. It was just like when they announced Cloud. When they announced Cloud, I'm like, oh my goodness, anyone can be in this game. And then when they announced Ridley, I'm like, oh my goodness, literally anyone can be in this game. So I think K. Rool is a shoe-in now. Because this game is fan demand to the brink. Yeah, I know, I said some crap about Waluigi earlier. Or Waluigi fans, more so. I don't mind Waluigi. Waluigi's a cool dude. Embrace the WAP! But, yeah. He's definitely listening to fans with development for this game. There's definitely going to be some more changes later on. And I think K. Rool is a shoe-in. Because he's been requested by so many people. Just like Ridley. So yeah. And plus, he's one of those Nintendo characters that just should be represented in the game. He's from a series... The Donkey Kong series doesn't have a lot of reps. They haven't had a new rep since Brawl, much like Metroid. So it'd be good for him. It'd be good for him. And they get two with Dixie and K. Rool. Which is why I thought Dixie would make a good Echo Fighter. But that's just my headcanon. I've heard some rumblings about, like, Dark Samus, or, what was the other one? Oh yeah, Chrom for Ike. I don't think Chrom for Ike would work. If anything, would be a good Echo Fighter for Ike. But I personally don't see any of those Fire Emblem characters getting in. I think that they'll hold back on the Fire Emblem characters at least until a worthy successor arrives. Basically, I think that the Fire Emblem protagonist, or the protagonist in Fire Emblem Three Houses, will be the first DLC character they add into the game. If they don't announce another one already. Speaking of which, I think that the last new character we get is going to be a Xenoblade character. And there's two to pick from. Elma and Rex and Pyra. I'm leaning more towards Rex and Pyra simply because Xenoblade 2 has such a big impact. And I don't think it would be too challenging within the next 6 months. Or heck, between when Xenoblade Chronicles 2 had its gameplay shown in detail, finalized, and when Smash Ultimate releases, for them to fit Rex and Pyra in. Like, seriously, I think they could have worked on that very early on, and it wouldn't have taken too long, especially if they put more focus in Echo Fighters, which, again, don't require a lot of focus. So, yeah, Rex and Pyra seem like a better bet to me. I know they say that Elma has been around for longer and was probably worked on in like 2016, way back when, and that may have been the case. However, I think she might have just been a concept. In fact, they may have coded her in a bit, but I don't think they finalized her, at least not by the time Xenoblade Chronicles 2 was announced. And even if they do, Rex and Pyra will be in the game at some point. Because that game, Xenoblade Chronicles 2, is starting to act like the awakening of Xenoblade. Yeah, Xenoblade didn't really need an awakening because the first game was just that good. But, let's be real. More people know Xenoblade thanks to Xenoblade 2. It's definitely helpful. So Rex and Pyra are my best bets for who could be in. And that pretty much covers it for the newcomers, I think. Yeah, 3 newcomers: Simon Belmont, King K. Rool, and Rex and Pyra. And then as for the Echo Fighters, yeah, I said Shadow, I said Dixie Kong, and I don't know who else, honestly. Like, I don't know, throw in Miss Pac-Man, I guess? What could I say? I can't think of anyone else. A lot of people say that Impa would be a good Echo Fighter for Sheik. I don't know. I'm inclined to agree, but at the same time, Impa doesn't seem like she would fight it like Sheik does. Like, even given her personality and how she would fight in other games like Skyward Sword and Ocarina of Time, not counting Hyrule Warriors, even though that's where most of my knowledge of this character's fighting style comes from, I think Impa would be better suited as her own character. But if she was put in as an Echo Fighter of Sheik, I guess I wouldn't mind. Just give her a giant sword, will ya? But seriously, that's about it. And as for DLC, I said that the first round DLC might be the Fire Emblem protagonist from Three Houses. I forgot what my original one was, which was Springman from ARMS. I think the Springman from ARMS will be the first DLC character that comes out. And then it'll be the Fire Emblem Three Houses protagonist. Yeah, I think Springman's gotta be in this game eventually. And I think as DLC would probably make them fit in. That's just the way I see it, though. But either way, I'm running low on time. This is turning out to be one of the greatest Smash Brothers games to ever come out, and I'm just so excited. Needless to say, we won't expect too many new characters, but I think we can anticipate a lot of new or otherwise fresh content being thrown into this game, where it will truly feel like the ultimate Smash Brothers. Alright, well that's it for this round of Smash Talk. Thank you guys for sticking with me and listening to me ramble on along. And yeah, I might turn this into kind of a little talk show type thing at some point. We'll have to see how it goes. But as always, if you enjoyed, please leave a like, it helps out. Don't forget to subscribe if you want to see or hear any more of this handsome voice. And tell me what you think about characters in Super Smash Bros. Ultimate. How many do you think they'll put in? How many do you think will be echoes versus new characters? And of course, which characters would you like to see put in? Love to hear what you guys have to say. But yeah, thanks for listening to this edition to Smash Talk. Next time, we'll probably talk about stages that I want to see, or video game locales that would be cool in this game. And maybe a little something about characters I actually want, instead of characters that I think will happen. But yeah, thank you guys so much for listening. I'll catch you in the next one. Later.